Classic Mikey D, your play-by-play man, and with me is Ed Scanlon on color commentary. We're here today to bring you the first bracket in Operation New Wave.
That's right, Mikey D. Operation New Wave presents Style versus Style, and it gets no bigger than match number one. We have Tom O'Malley taking on Too Hot Steve Scott, a match that pits technical wrestling versus speed style. Tom O'Malley, he is a wrestler's wrestler, a man of few words who lets his in-ring perfection do the work. And then you have Too Hot Steve Scott, a speedster in the ring who's looking to make sure that he is more than just a gimmick. And the second match will be between Ricky Richards and Tough Tim Hughes, a match that pits pure violence against the cool of old school. We have Ricky Richards, a man who isn't afraid to take a beating to dish one out, against Tough Tim Hughes, a man who wants to prove that the old ways can still work in today's world of professional wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 1 of Project Diverge, the tournament to crown the first ever Project Diverge tournament winner. I am Classic Mikey D, joined by
Big Ed Scanlon, and here we go with match number 1.
Representing scientific style from Southbrook, New Jersey, weighing in at 275 pounds, it is Tom O'Malley!
Scientific wrestling, it's an art form. Just knowing how the body works, knowing which way it bends. When you want to do a move to somebody, when you want to force somebody into a submission, you got to know what you're doing and how it will hurt them.
Having talked to Tom earlier on today, I found out something that he is playing all the cards on the table. He wants to take this trophy, this title home, this honor, this prestige to put on the mantle.
Well, like I said, growing up as a wrestler, all Tommy does is win tournaments and prestige of trophies and medals all around the world.
Representing the need for speed from Rockville, New Jersey, weighing in at 190 pounds. Live and direct, the selfie superstar, Too Hot Steve Scott!
People see me as that guy that's always playing around, always trying to get a laugh, and then they see me in the ring. Do I look like a threat? I am a threat in the ring, and at any time, this knee can be right in your face, and that's it.
These two men, though, no stranger to each other. They were both trained at the Ace Wrestling Academy by the legend himself, Jay Lethal.
That's right, Mikey. I was actually part of that wrestling class too, so I know both of these men very well. And if I know anything, the speed of Steve Scott and the technical prowess of Tom O'Malley, this should make for one hell of an opening matchup.
Definitely, having been around both of these men for the past decade in the Indies, I have seen these men put it all on the line. There's the bell, and match number 1 is going to be underway.
I cannot wait for this. Here we go, Project Diverge.
I'm looking around, I'm seeing a lot of fans at the door, hearing that there's a bit of a bottleneck at the door, and their first lockup.
Tom O'Malley going right for his strikes right off the bat.
You know, we talk about the technical and we talk about the speed, but there's definitely a size differential between the two.
That is true too, Mikey D. I'm sure Tom's going to want to use his size and his scientific nature to get a quick advantage in this match.
See, however, with that speed, he's got his selfie knee, the running knee strike. That could just catch you out of nowhere. It's a modified Muay Thai knee.
Yeah, but with Tom's grappling skills, he's going to want to hook on that STR, that step over toe hold into a regal stretch, and make Steve tap out.
Before you arrived here today, by the way, I saw Tom outside. He was actually throwing logs behind the building.
Well, the lumberjack himself, I'm not surprised by it.
That's a manly beard. I have to say that. You know, then you look at Steve Scott. I know it's a wrestling match, but I can't help but notice that the facial hair might come into factor.
Well, he's professionally groomed there, Mikey.
There's that speed getting around, but Tom trying to find a way through. Steve up and over. Ducking through now.
Definitely playing a factor here, Mikey.
Dropping right to the knee and right to the side of the face. Cracking him in the proverbial mush.
Oh, here comes the phone now, Mikey.
You know, I've known Steve for 10 years. He's taken one selfie with me. I feel that there's no love there.
You got to be very, I guess you got to be in the ring with him to get a selfie with him, Mikey.
I think the referee might need to step in. That phone might be used as a foreign object.
I know I would use it if I had the chance.
Oh, rotating around. Going for a modified submission.
Classic Steve Scott. Taking his opponent. Oh,
There's the power though.
great counter by Tom there.
Huge suplex.
Oh, what a bridge by Tom O'Malley.
Let's look at the replay of this. Just snapping and dropping Steve Scott right on his neck and right on the left shoulder.
Wow, but quick recovery by Steve to kick out there.
Referee in a great position there for the count.
Oh, Tom in control here. This is bad for Steve.
Throwing a big bionic elbow, if you will. Steve Scott's just trying to figure things out. Might be on Dream Street. Oh, straight power into the corner.
That's the big size advantage too, using his power as well as his scientific skill.
Only getting the 2 count.
So a little early, I think, for a 3 count here, Mike.
Now for fans again who are unaware, this is a straight tournament, different styles of wrestling, of sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it, whatever your poison is, are going head to head with the winner taking home the Project Diverge trophy.
That's right, Mike. 8 different styles going head to head. And here we have scientific of Tom O'Malley and the speed of Steve Scott.
Not to mention in this series of Project Diverge, you're going to see a fatal 4-way of 4 different styles, elimination style. The clash, if you will.
That's right, the styles clash, as our maestro has deemed it himself.
Hype man Monty Mack putting this together. Oh, hooking him.
Oh, he's
Could be
going for it.
Could be it. If he can get that arm, if he can get the arm, Scott able to get around and throw him back the back elbows with the left.
Still too much speed in Steve right now to get that move locked in.
We'll let Steve now up and over the top, landing on his feet. Throwing the shoulder and measuring him. Oh, looked like he was going to try for a flying shoulder, but he eats the elbow.
Great counter there by Tom, being 1 step ahead of Steve right now.
Physics are not on Steve Scott's side. For those unfamiliar, both of these men are champions in their own right. Multiple companies all over the Northeast.
Oh, vicious elbows.
They know what it takes now. Steve Scott coming through. Caught him! Caught him!
Oh, way too fast there for Tom, using that speed to drop Tom right in his face.
Dropped Tom down in his face, but I think Steve Scott just had over 200 pounds crushing onto the center of his chest. Both men down. Referee instituting the mandatory 10 count.
Steve trying to get this crowd in and behind him. He's looking for support there.
Steve rolling himself up first now. Oh, looked like he was going to go for the super kick, but Tom got 2 on the inside. Scott now getting the foot up.
Oh, big chop. Tom's on Dream Street right now.
Knuckle lock now just going up and over. Dragging him through. Caught him, float him, neck breaker.
Oh, really beautiful move there by Steve Scott.
The speed and ingenuity of Steve Scott.
Oh, looks like he's going to take to the air here, Mikey.
Those fans by the entranceway might want to watch out. Flying through.
Woo! Man, oh man, Steve goes flying. Right down on top of Tom O'Malley. Steve with the advantage going on right now.
And notice Steve Scott not wasting any time getting O'Malley back to his feet. You cannot win the match on the outside. Oh, he's got the phone again.
I think it might be time for that selfie bulldog I've been hearing so much about.
Coming in with it. Got him locked. Selfie dog. Never in my life did I ever think I'd get to call a selfie dog, but there it is. Oh, I'm only getting a 2 count.
Only here at Project Diverge, you're going to be calling some weird and wacky stuff that you'll never think possible.
I feel like we need to tell our fans that they should check out Steve Scott on social media to catch all of the in-ring photos from this match.
That's right.
Throwing the elbow though, O'Malley getting back up to his feet.
Oh, got him with the Pele kick.
Trying to wrap through again. Could be going for the neck breaker again.
Oh, O'Malley with the counter. Oh, big run in the corner.
Oh, he's got him hooked. Could be time for the rolling fisherman. Rolling fisherman!
Oh, and the bridge, that's gotta be it.
Sheer power, rolling fisherman, but only getting the 2.
Wow, that's great hard shown by Steve Scott there. I thought he had him. Beautiful rolling fisherman suplex by Tom O'Malley.
I hear Tom O'Malley used to practice that on his brother growing up.
Oh, I feel bad for that guy.
I feel bad for that guy anyway.
Oh, I'm here.
Going for it. Looks like a torture rack. Could be going for the torture rack. Scott throwing the rights, able to break up the hold. Oh, using the momentum now, driving O'Malley face first. Second.
Oh, springboard cutter.
Steve Scott learned that from Jay Lethal. Could be it. Again, only the 2 count.
Steve asking the crowd if he was sure it was 2.
Scott, I think, just told the crowd that he's going to finish him.
Could be looking for that self-knee. Nope, he's bringing it back to his feet.
I don't know how smart that one is.
Not a good idea there by Steve.
tried.
Not his wheelhouse.
Trying to deadlift O'Malley might have been the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen.
I've known Steve for a long time.
Kicks and elbows now. Oh, O'Malley's dropping the pad. Got a kick right to the shoulder. Super kick to the shoulder.
Right into the shoulder. Oh, he's got
Him up. Death Valley driver.
Wow, what power shown by Steve. Not enough to keep him down.
Steve Scott just looked over at the timekeeper. A timekeeper just shook his head. 2 straight kicks to the shoulder, and the Death Valley driver on the shoulder. Now, Scott's got to be wondering, what do I have to do to put him away? Looked like he was going for a running boot. Got him up. Inverted fireman.
Wow.
Flapjack straight down on the face. And he's got him locked. Could be the STR.
He's got it. He's got it locked.
Oh, locked in.
Steve's got nowhere to go. It's in the middle of the ring.
There's no way out of this. Steve Scott's in a bad way.
Oh,
Steve Scott's
trying.
thinking it.
He's
trying. And there it is.
He's had no choice.
There it is. Match number 1 in the books.
Beautiful combo there. Front face driver into that STR. No chance for Steve.
Tom O'Malley's going to be moving on to the 2nd round.
Tom O'Malley!
Big win for Tom O'Malley to move forward in this tournament. Looks like he's favoring that arm though. He took the super kick on.
Definitely took a beating towards the end of that match on the shoulder and a little bit on the elbow too after he dropped the pad. Now both men now in the ring. Steve Scott slowly making his way.
You got to give credit to Steve Scott. He gave Tom all the fight he could handle.
And again, these men have known each other for years, trained together, learned the business together, show of respect from these 2 gladiators.
And I wouldn't expect anything different from these 2 men. Great friends outside the ring, great competitors inside of it, showing massive respect.
After tapping out Too Hot Steve Scott with his patented STR, that step over toe hold into a regal stretch, Tom O'Malley and the Scientific Style move on to the 2nd round of the Operation New Wave tournament. O'Malley will be facing the winner of the Old School vs. Violent Style matchup as Tough Tim Hughes goes one-on-one with Ricky Richards, and it's up next.
Reppin' Old School Style, living out of Edison, New Jersey. Weighing in at 215 pounds, it is Tough Tim Hughes.
Tough Tim Hughes making his way out to the ring. You know, Tim Hughes, I've known this man for years. When he was training, when he couldn't even get in the ring, they wouldn't even let him, and now he's representing the Old School Style. Let's hear what Tim had to say.
Brutal Bob has taught me you have to do whatever it takes. I'm not below anything, I'm not above anything, I'm just me. I intend to prove that old school's cool.
Trying to show off that old school is cool. Getting it into it with the fan. I think he's trying to get hyped up by that fan in the front row.
Well, you mentioned his early days in the wrestler business, but lately he's latched onto a big old veteran, Bob Evans, in his training, and it's really changed Tim's work ethic around.
Tim Hughes getting his way around the indies, working all over the Northeast. Become a bit of a master of the tag match as of late. It's going to be fun to see him in singles competition in this tournament.
Let's see if his old school tactics really help him out in this tournament here by himself.
Plus, look at that beard. Another epic man of facial hair. We got a lot of that in the tournament.
Yeah, if you want to call that epic.
Well, it's soulless, but it's epic. Look, he's even got Monty Matt going.
I don't think it takes much to get him going.
All right.
Well, that guy's into it.
This is true.
Settle down there.
Well, anticipation building for Ricky Richards. I think Ricky Richards had to put the skates away.
All right, here we go. Silence but violence. Born and bred in Strong Island, New York. Weighing in at 210. It is Ricky Richards!
Ricky Richards, the centerman, representing Team Fish Sticks.
Well, he wants to be referenced as the John Tavares of Project Diverge.
Hopefully he doesn't leave us.
I don't go into the ring expecting not to get hit. I don't go into the ring expecting not to get kicked. I go into the ring expecting to hit someone harder than they hit me. I go into the ring expecting to kick someone harder than they kick me, to slam someone harder than they can slam me.
Well, there's some words from the bearded one himself. I didn't know Bill Irwin was still wrestling. Just out of curiosity.
Well, you never know what you're going to see here at Project Diverge.
I tried playing NHL 17 with Ricky last year, and I had him in the earpiece. Next thing you know, I heard a smash, and then he disconnected. I think he threw the remote through the screen. This is a man who totally gets into violence. I actually saw him eat glass one time, and it wasn't even on a dare. He just did it.
Well, that's his style, Mikey. Violence.
Now, Jamal Jackson, referee for this match.
He's trying to check Timmy Hughes here, but it looks like he's being a little hesitant.
I got to give Jamal Jackson credit because, well, Tim Hughes, that old school style. Plus, I don't trust Tim Hughes.
I don't know what Tim's up to here. He's really giving Jamal a hard time here.
He doesn't want to be checked out. Ricky's ready to go. Ricky's ready for blood. And Tim Hughes playing some games right now.
I tell you, this referee definitely wants to see what's under Timmy Hughes' knee pad here.
You can hear the fans. The fans want to see wrestling.
Tim definitely got something up his sleeve. Something smells fishy. And I'm not talking about that Fish Sticks jersey either.
Check it. There's nothing in there. I told you there was nothing in there. Pull it down.
He seems like a trustworthy guy.
All right. Do what he's doing.
He must be checking those knee pads, and Hughes better pay attention. He can get himself disqualified out of this tournament before the match even happens. Did he just move something from the one pad to the other?
I don't think so. I think he just pulled up his other one to pull down the other.
See, I'm not that person that you want to bring to a Vegas Magic show. I really think I just saw something going on there.
Well, it looks like the referee saw something too.
All right.
See, we're good. He's all clean.
He's got something in his hand.
I don't think so.
I'm ready.
He must be seeing things, Mike.
Ring the bell.
Oh, okay. Well, there's the bell. Match number 2 underway. The winner of this match will get Tom O'Malley in the next round.
Ricky ready to throw fists already.
I
don't think that's going to work for Tim.
Tim better watch out, though. You don't know what might be in that beard. You know, the referee didn't check the beard.
Oh, true. I didn't see him pat down Ricky as much as he patted down Tim.
Tim Hughes wasn't ready for that flurry.
Well, that's going to be the violent and hockey-style nature of Ricky Richards. It's going to be fast and furious. Let's hope Tim's up for it.
These guys just throwing haymakers, throwing bombs, center of the ring.
They're not waiting. They're going right at it.
Ricky getting the better of it, pushing Hughes back to the corner. Oh, kick to the midsection. Now Hughes keeping it old school, lured him right on in. Full head of steam now. Richards, though,
Oh, look at that. Little innovative flip over there.
We'll say we can say he threw the hip check, if you will.
Here it is.
Full head of steam. Oh, now just bullying him right out of the ring.
There's the body check into the boards, buddy.
Right in front of the table here.
Lucky this is pro wrestling. He might be doing some time in the box for that one.
Looking over at our commission, if you will, Mr. John Harder. He's got a big smile on his face.
Well, he's also an Islander fan there, Mikey. Some people just don't have taste.
Hey, it's that blue and orange stuff. Rolling him back in the ring. Referee got up to 3. Oh, moving out of the way. No water in the pool for that elbow.
Outsmarting Tim early on here, Mikey.
Oh, that was a little low.
Wow, there's. So that's an old school tactic that Tim's going to take. He said he wasn't below anything here.
And that was definitely below something. Getting a 2 count out of that. And for those of you watching at home who've never been by a wrestling ring, those cables are steel cables. Those are the same kind of cables that hold elevators that are just simply wrapped in electrical tape.
Then we don't want to be messing around with those. I tell you what, Tim's going to be trying to set Ricky Richards up here for a big thing. And I know when he hits it, it's going to be over.
What?
The big thing.
What's the big thing?
Oh, trust me. When you see it, you'll know it.
That's all you're giving me? That's all you're giving the fans?
Oh,
big leg drop.
Looks like Tim has a hard time stretching out there.
Getting the 2 count.
I don't think calisthenics are on Tim's list of pre-match rituals.
Fans are trying to get behind Ricky Richards.
Tim's just going to wear him down here. Big old school tactic.
Rear chin lock, beard lock. Throwing the elbows now to break the hold, trying to create some separation. This has been all Hughes for the past couple of minutes.
Those are tape fists too.
Slamming him, snapping him straight down. Might have had a handful of hair.
He's saying he didn't, so I guess I'm going to have to believe him there now. Tim really slowing down the momentum of Richards here in this match.
Got to give Hughes a lot of credit. He's staying on top of him.
Just berating him.
You don't want to give Ricky Richards any open ice. And just like that, took an extra second, throwing the elbow now.
That's a 2-minute elbow.
Fireman slam. Could be time for some classic Ricky Richards offense. Springboard splash. Oh! Hughes had that scouted.
That's the old school tactic right there. Scouting his opponent, know what's coming.
Dropping the booth now, trying to stay on that left arm.
Oh, just relentless in the corner for Timmy Hughes. I don't really see Tim being this violent.
Well, sometimes Tim Hughes has to bring that good news, and he wants to try to separate that shoulder.
Oh, this has got to be it. Here's the big thing.
Oh, he's calling for it. Calling for the big thing. But, quick knee and a couple elbows gets out of it.
He's lucky. That would have been over. Good stuff by Richards.
Stiff clothesline.
Oh, Tim's on Dream Street. His legs are weary.
Making a pair. That first one, Hughes had the one leg back, and I think that might have done more damage. 3 clotheslines later, now Ricky Richards feeling it. Feeling it, trying to rally. Straight right.
Oh, that's gotta hurt Tim right there.
Tape fist and everything. Hard Irish whip now, straight forward. Oh, and just...
Oh, another big body check. That's boarding right there.
You know, the first match we saw a lot of technical prowess. This one we're just seeing guys throwing their bodies. Caution to the wind, full head of steam.
Big running lariat. Give Tim credit though. He's rolling with the punches here.
Look at the face. Look at the face of Ricky Richards. I think the violence might have just been awakened.
Oh, he's definitely looking to do damage to Tim Hughes here.
Measuring him. Hughes able to duck it.
Oh, right in the ribs.
I thought he was going for an atomic drop. He ended up throwing it right into the side.
You want to embarrass me? You're gonna embarrass me?
Oh.
Now he's always got the jersey. He's got the jersey.
The only thing he does to it will be an improvement.
He's got the Gordon Fisherman.
Oh, Tim's degrading himself right now by putting it on.
You know, in some countries and cultures, this is self-abuse. Now he's got the jersey on. Full head of steam now. Oh, sidestepping.
Oh, Ricky.
Throwing those bodies. Might be time for some 5 for fighting.
Oh,
5 for fighting, giving it old school to the old school.
You know, once Tim put on that Islander jersey, it was all bad luck from there.
You know what? His problem was he didn't secure the fight strap.
That is true. That's an extra game misconduct.
Well, wait a second. Wait a second. Who's this?
That's Man Congo.
That's Congo. You know,
that's
Congo just got in the way and just. No, not like this.
Oh, that's one of Tim's best friends in the.
Congo.
One of Tim's best friends, Madman Congo, just cost Ricky Richards this matchup. Oh, a fan trying to.
And look,
fans are disgusted
and see,
as
look,
well.
And look at the face. Look at the face on Harder.
Oh, look at Tim.
Mr. Harder's disgusted. He didn't want stuff like this in his tournament.
That's disgusting.
You know, Congo's here for the Styles Clash. What is he doing out here now?
You know,
No, now he's got the jersey.
We have our first match built on such respect, and then you get a moment like this that just disrespects the business altogether.
Hughes and Hughes just kind of degrading at the fans that are booing him.
Well, like it or not, Tim is moving on to face Tom O'Malley in round 2.
You know, that's not how I envision this tournament to be. Tough Tim Hughes, with the help of one of his best friends, Wildman Congo, defeats Ricky Richards to move on to the second round. In Bracket A, in the semifinals, it will be Tom O'Malley in a scientific style against Tough Tim Hughes and the Cool of Old School. However, our next contest will be very intriguing as Entertainment Sizzlin' Stan Styles goes one-on-one with the remix, the Jurassic Juggernaut, the powerhouse himself, Vince Steele. David versus Goliath is coming up next. And hold on a second. Hey guys, get back to ringside. Ricky Richards is still in the ring.